Hi Raquel!
Hi Hayley!
So, where are we today?
Today we are in Castillo de Locubin. We know our clients, they know Castillo de Locubin quite well now, because we have some properties for sale, different prices, but we have decided to make a new video and then show you more close to everything, where things are. So when you inquire about one of our houses, we can send you this video and then you can know more about this great place.
Exactly.
Well, actually, you can see here we have a lot of cherry trees and they are now all in blossom.
Oh, I thought these were almonds.
Well, I think this is a mix of almonds and cherry trees.
Oh,
to be honest, yeah, I think it's an almond, but cherry trees look quite similar. So we're gonna go now, drive into the town and then explore and show you more.
Just before we actually go into the village, or town as you call it because of the size, how many people actually live here?
Just under 5,000.
Okay, and obviously if I was looking to buy here, what type of amenities would I find?
You have maybe 4 or 5 different small supermarkets, then you have what is a larger one, what is outside the town. We're going to pass there in a minute, close by the bus station as well.
Perfect.
And yeah, well, you have doctors, you have quite good restaurants as well. Yeah. And you have really everything.
And what's that they call on the outskirts of Castillo with the water?
Yeah, it's a spring. It's only 2 kilometers driving from Castillo, and there's a spring of water where they have nice big green areas where you can go with the family and do a picnic there. And they have a restaurant as well. They open in spring and summer, and they offer lovely lunch and dinner. So it's a nice place because the water just grows there, and you can even drink it. And it's a nice space for children to go and swim and just spend, you know, in the hot summers here.
So we can go and take a visit, yeah?
Yeah, we can go there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let's get going.
Okay.
So now we're on one of the main streets in Castillo. Here we have the tobacconist. There's a little shop as well for children. In the tobacconist you can also buy your gas for your gas bottles. Now the gas man does come around. He comes here on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and normally what you would tend to do is just leave it outside the door and they would just change them over.
Hayley, is that not right that they used to put the market
over
here in this area on a Mondays?
Yeah, but now what they've done is they've actually made it in the park area. Now I don't know if we're on time or not, but today it should be there.
Yeah.
Castillo de Locubin, it has various schools. Oh look, the market is on, so we can take a walk around. You've got primary school, you've got secondary school, you've got obviously a nursery. This is the centre, so this is the heart of the village. What we're going to do is just park up and we'll show you around and give you more information. Okay. So before we show you where the market is and the park, just want to show you this area. We've got a nice church where obviously the locals get married. We've got various banks. We've also got here little supermarkets. We've got a butcher's, you've got dentist, you have opticians, there's 3 pharmacies. As Raquel mentioned before, there's also the doctors, which is great. And this area here, well, this is where everybody tends to come in. The old men like to sit out on a daytime in the sun. Obviously the kids in the afternoon with the park.
It's very quiet now, I think. When everything comes back to normal, because I remember in the area what we showed you before, there used to be a lot of places with clothes and shoes, and so it used to be, normally it's much bigger.
Yeah, I think at the moment it's just the most necessary guy, which is the fruit and veg man. They also do, I don't know if it's every month, once a month or every 2 months, but they also do like a second-hand market, so if you've got anything that you want to sell, then you can also set up a stall and sell off what you want. There's also people who sell brand new things like clothes, bedding and so on.
Let's have a look at the children's playground area.
Okay.
It's very nice. They done it maybe what, a year, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's pretty new. It used to be below, but now they've brought it up here because of the bars. It's a lot easier. Obviously, if you're sat there having a drink, then you can see your children play. And you don't have to worry about where they are.
Yeah, they have made, well, Hayley can explain you better. Because you actually used to live here in Castillo, isn't it, Hayley?
Yeah, I lived here for 8 years, so for me it's my village.
So they make here a fiesta, a very popular fiesta, and they build all that area there.
Yeah.
Come and you can film it, Hayley, where they put a stage with the singers and they do a nice celebration for, how many days now? 4 days?
4 days. It's the cherry festival because the cherries from Castillo de Locubin are actually exported and you can buy them in Sainsbury's in the UK. They're one of the biggest exports of the cherries in this area. So what they do is they put their cherry lights up and basically they have music and bars and food and everything for 4 days solid.
And we're going to take you now to one of our favorite bars, I think, in this area.
Yeah.
I find it really cozy because it's all made of wood. I find a place as well where I tell my clients if they come here and they want to work from home, it's a very, as I said, cozy place to come with your laptop because it's quiet, it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
They have a couple of wood burners inside where you can sit, you know, in a corner and do your work. And so we're going to ask them if it's okay to film, and we will show you.
I don't think they'll have a problem. Let's go anyway.
So we're going to look for Hayley. We have here the menu of the day. I think is between 8 to 10 euros, and you have a main course and a starter and a dessert. That's a really good price. They even deliver at home as well, and I think it's even cheaper. So quite busy this morning, as you can see.
So well, here we are, this is El Moreno, okay, so it's a family-owned business. It's been going for many years. It's gone down in generations. As you will notice, it's been reformed. Throughout the years it's got bigger, and basically they provide for everybody. I think once a month they even do, if you want, an English breakfast.
Oh, that sounds nice. I like that.
If you want to come through,
yeah.
We've actually made a really posh area. If you've got a special event or anything like that, it's just a nice area to sit in. Obviously, at the moment it's San Valentin, so they've decorated.
Let's have a look.
As you can see, there's a good size. It's just been done really nicely, and the menu here is beautiful. Really reasonably priced. Obviously, they do good breakfast as well. But for me, well, because I've lived here for so long, they're just like family, and when you walk through the door, the first thing they ask you is, how are you? Is everything okay? And they can't do enough for you.
Yeah.
And obviously this is one of many, but I would say this is probably one of my favourites in the village, definitely.
Yeah, me too. Good propaganda for El Moreno, from inland Andalucia.
So now we're going to continue exploring Castillo, and I believe we're going to take you where the town hall is, work our way down through the village and go to the birth of the river.
We have a lot of surprises still for you.
Let's go. So now what we're going to do is work our way through the village and down to the town hall. If you remember before I mentioned about the opticians, there it is, next to one of the pharmacies.
We have a range of properties here in Castillo de Locubin, as you can maybe see on the website. You can buy something here for 12,000 euros. You need to do some work, but you know, structurally are sound. Then it jumped to 25, 30,000. They're getting in better condition. They're really great houses, you know, really great houses. So I invite you to go into our website and go property search Castillo de Locubin and see what we have there, because you know, for little money you can make a good investment and you know, get your place here, because well, it's a nice place to live. It's quality of life, because the living of is very low. We're talking about council tax is maybe maximum 150 euros a year, and you know, so on. Electricity 40-50 euros a month. Water, because the lack of the spring what they have here is only like 30-40 euros every 3 months,
and that's with the bins included.
Exactly. So you know, why not? Why not, Hayley?
This is the town hall. It's also got the local police there as well, and then we have another church here. This is the oldest church in the village. Absolutely beautiful. If you do come here, then I would say to take a look in.
And now we're gonna go up to Plaza del Carmen, where people go there with their buckets of water, 5-liter buckets, empty, and they go and fill them up because it's good water, it's healthy water, and yeah, they come, they spend a little time of chatting, because there's some people always sitting here. This is nice.
Yeah, it's a typical Spanish village. If you're wanting the Spanish life, but still to be close to the larger cities like Jaen, Granada, Córdoba and Malaga, then this is going to be for you. So now we're in the Plaza del Carmen. Gives you a little bit of history. And I believe Raquel's here. She's just had a drink of the water.
Lovely and fresh.
So like she said, the Spanish come here on a daily basis. They fill up their bottles and they just use it to drink.
Yes, Hayley mentioned we are very close to Granada city. This is only 40 minutes drive. We are just an hour 10 minutes from the coast. They just built a new motorway, so it's great, you know, if you want to spend the day on the Costa Tropical. Salobreña and Muñeca is lovely there.
Even down to Nerja, that's like an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm sure you know Nerja is very popular. And really is a place where it's so well connected. We'll show you later on the bus station. And so if you decide to come here and live, you can always look for jobs in the city, and it's 40-45 kilometers, so it's nothing.
Easy commuting is the word. Now we're working our way to the birth of the river, and I just wanted to stop and show you. This is the old bridge of Triana, Calle Triana, and here we have the river that flows throughout obviously the winter and summer months. Some great areas around here to go walking, and you could actually walk and go to the next village along, which is Ventas de Carrizal. It's roughly around about a 7-kilometer walk. But it's very pretty, and you've got waterfalls and obviously the nature all around. So let's continue now and let's go to the birth of the river. This road that we're on at the moment, which we're going to take the exit in the next second or so, if we continued this road, it actually takes us to a village called Valdepena de Hyen, where we also have properties for sale. But today we're going to go down here. As you can see, it says the Nacimiento del Río. Obviously it's in the valley, but it's a stunning place to visit and enjoy, especially in the summer months.
This is a very popular place where the locals from Castillo de Locubin, they have a little house. It's like a holiday home.
Yeah.
It will maybe sound strange for you to live in Castillo, only 2 kilometers, and then have a... But this, I think, maybe you will call it a garden house. Yeah?
Kind of. It's like like a weekend house, to go at the weekend and not to be in the village, but to be with nature.
They have the gardens, and then where they grow, because along the gardens there is the flow of the river.
Yeah. So they get free water.
Exactly. And so this is where they grow all the tomatoes and peppers, and so they're very popular for the gardens and so well looked after because they have a lot of water.
Yeah.
Hello, Hayley.
Hello. So now we're in the birth of the river. Obviously, you're going to think the birth of the river. That's a bit strange, but basically what it is it's natural springs. So the river San Juan actually starts here. This is the mouth. So what happens is you will see, it's difficult to capture on video, but the actual water comes up from below the ground, and every now and again you see bubbles. And obviously at the moment, because of the time of year, the trees are bare, but in the summer this gives you such amazing shade.
Yeah.
As Raquel mentioned, they do open a bar and they do food and stuff, but mostly the Spanish tend to come here and they have picnics. And the kids, obviously the kids are different to adults. They jump in the water, which is freezing cold, and they just enjoy themselves and keep themselves cool. Obviously there's this as well, but if you're that little bit more adventurous, just Raquel, if you turn round, on the rock behind us, they actually do rock climbing. So as you can see up there, you can actually do the route all the way up to the top, and then you can come back down again. So if you're that adventurous type of person, then you could also do that, and when you come down again, have yourself a nice refreshment in the bar.
Yeah, it's really, I call it, this area is a treasure, what we have here.
It's a hidden treasure because there's not many places in Spain where you can drive 2 kilometers out of the village and have this on your doorstep. So this for me is our little hidden beach of Andalucia.
Sí. Okay, so we leave you to remember this spot. Okay, so if you're a nature lover, as Hayley said, this is really nice. Let's go, Hayley, because we have just a little bit more to show you from Castillo, and so let's go.
Okay, let's go. So now we're coming back into Castillo de Locubin. At the bottom of the village we've got this large factory. Obviously it's the olive factory, so it's only open between what, November to April time, Raquel?
Yeah.
And there in front of us, even though the sun is shining in our eyes, we have the village itself. In its heyday, or back in the day, it used to have a castle, but when the Moors actually invaded, they knocked it down, so there's only a part of it that's now still around, and as far as I'm aware it's been turned into a house, but you can still take a look and see the history. There's quite a lot of museums here as well with old artifacts. So as we get into the bottom roundabout, Raquel's going to take us over to where the large supermarket Dia is, and also the bus station. So now we're here at the Dia supermarket. It's a large supermarket. As you can see, you've got parking right outside. It is at the bottom of the village. And here we also have the bus stop. At the moment there aren't any buses here, but I do believe the first bus tends to come in at 8 in the morning or 8:30. I think Raquel's just checking out the timetable now. Obviously the school bus also stops here and collects the children if they've got to go to school in Alcalá.
Yeah, I was just looking, and you have a choice of 3 for different times during the morning until later 3 o'clock for
to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And also close to here we've got the doctors, so Obviously it's always important to know that you've got the medical care in your village, and in this case it's this building here just in front of us. They do have emergencies. And then with Alcalá only being 10 minutes down the road, then we've got the main hospital there as well.
Okay, well, we hope you like it, and as I said, have a look at the choice what we have in Castillo, because it's a large and a good choice. Different type of properties, different prices, and see what is convenient for you, and then get in contact with Hayley or with me, and I hope to see you soon.
Bye, Raquel.
Bye.